Hello YouTube, time to play another Doom Snapmap. Today I'm going to be playing the Spider Mastermind by Dark Alucard 91. Map description reads, kill all demons, defeat Alistor and Belial, take the Super BFG, destroy the Spider Mastermind, end the hell once and for all. Okay, sounds good. Let's check out the author profile real quick. There's Dark Alucard right there, and it's got some pretty cool demonic cherry armor there. He's also the author of some other maps, as well as Strike the Research Labs, Strike Wrath of the Brothers, and I believe Strike der Brennend Kessel, which is another map I played, which was pretty fun, although it wasn't in English. So hopefully this map is in English, if I'm lucky. So let's go ahead and fire it up, shall we? Now, if you don't want to have the action spoiled for you, you just want to cut straight to the review, go ahead and click on that timestamp. Otherwise, let's go ahead and play it. Alright, here we go. The Spider Mastermind. Oh, there's some geo in this map. Nice. Alright. Now this is the first time I've ever played this map, but I have seen some video clips of it on YouTube. Although I didn't watch the whole thing, so that it's not going to be totally spoiled for me. This looks like it's going to be a really fun map. I'm glad I got the chance to review it. Let's see if there's any whoa, there's some scenes here already. You can see the grid room there. That's no bueno. But I wonder if there's any secrets. Always gotta stop and look for secrets if you can. Alright, let's go ahead and move. I really dig these garbage trees. Oh, demon time. Let's get to killing. All right. The geo kind of reminds me of the beginning of Eye of Horus with these big French fry blocking volumes around here. Let's see if there's anything up here. Can I climb up here? Do a little mountain goat action. Bah! Nope. Not quite. Wait. Aha! I'm getting somewhere. I'm getting somewhere. Alright. Let's see if I can get on top of the castle. Yeah, I'm on top of the castle. Woo! The mountain goat wins again. Yeah! This is my domain. Oh! Alright, enough mountain goating. Let's get down to business. So... Alright. Very cool. Very cool. Definitely dig the geo. Let's continue on. Oh! Lost soul. See, what other weapons do I have? Oh, I've got a lot of stuff. switch to the ye old rocket launcher. Dang, cactus demons. I think I'm gonna go... Armor regeneration. Well, that's interesting. My armor regenerates, I guess. Oh, yeah, you're in a little house. And it looks like I got a siphon grenade. Okay, that's interesting. So I have a siphon grenade and armor regeneration. I don't really see any point in mountain goating this area. Unless there's some goodies up there I can grab. No. Not so much. Let's just take an extra second to sort of look around and make sure I'm not missing any power-ups or secret switches. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like it. Alright, let's go ahead and press on. Oh, another nice little geo area. Hellraisers here. Let's take them out. Set them up. Knock them down. Oh, nice. The gate is open. Interesting prop work with the hell props. I like the castle, though. Pretty neat looking castle. Let's just take a second to double check to make sure there's nothing, no secrets. Haven't seen much in the way of secrets yet, but that doesn't mean that there might not be. I would just be remiss if I felt like I just left a certain stone unturned. Okay. It's looking like there's no secrets. Hell Knight. Oh. Whoa. Teleporting all around. There you go. I think that's gonna come in handy. Jeez. This guy's got some teleportation powers. Darkness will devour you. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't hang out in the middle when he does that. Oh god, it's getting really dark in here. Time to break out the old plasma rifle flashlight. Oh, even that doesn't help. Oh no, this is terrible. It is so dark. Oh goodness. I cannot see shit. Oh no. And there went my sound. I don't know why my sound keeps cutting out for no reason. This is bizarre. Oh, I'm not gonna stop in the middle of this. Ugh, goodness. I gotta beat this guy, and then I will restart with sound. Just listen to the sound of silence. Alright, here we are yet again. Alrighty. What we got here? Oh, double barrel. Now we get to climb the Great Wall of China. I like it. Alright. Let's go through the portal. That looks familiar. Alright. Lost souls. Interesting. Oh, we get a little parkour action now, huh? No! No! Damn it. That dude just appeared right in my way. Bullshit. Alright. That won't happen again. Aw, shit. For real? Yeah. Made it. Okay. Neat little hell area. Something about it just looks so familiar, though. Can't quite put my finger on it. Alright. Now, this place is pretty cool, too. Be a perfect time for... Oh, micro missiles? Yeah, why not? I think that does it for the baddies. Nice. Interesting geo. Excuse me. It's a little dusty in this map. Making me sneeze. Yeah, no, I kind of dig this area. It's like a big bloody trench. Whoop. We got company? No? No mountain goat. That's alright. So I can't quite go through that area. I wonder if there's something I need to do in here first. Now something shot rockets at me, I'm sure of that. Wonder what, is there an enemy in here still? There must be. I was standing like right here and I got shot at. You know what I think? I think there's probably an enemy that got stuck in the geo underneath me. And I can't get to him. Yep, can't go through here yet. There's gotta be a dude stuck in the geo somewhere. Oh wait, nope, there he is. Oh, he's almost stuck in the geo. Thank goodness I was able to find that guy. I would have had to restart. Now I should be able to get out of here. Alright, new area. Peekaboo. And an imp. Oh, there he goes. Got that gate opened up. Oh, we got some nice little banners too. Nice. Cool little castle area. Oh, and a blood fountain. Maybe I should toss some coins into it and make a wish. Uh-oh, there's a specter in here. Oh, 2 specters. Okay. There we go. Some more nice little custom geo. Inverted cross there. Oh, looks like we're stepping into the Grand Cathedral. This looks nice. Better get my old super shotgun ready. It's the king! It's Belial, the royal flame. Oh no. Come get it. Come get some, sucker. You got absolutely nothing. Oh my god, all these extra barons. Baron overload. Baron overload. Too many barons. No! No! Alright, just like one more. Alright, come on, Belial, Mr. King. You got nothing at all. Nothing, nothing. Yep, and the Baron posse's back. Oh, so many Barons. It's a regular Baron jamboree. Regular barnyard tussle, alright. Fortunately, I've got a lot of health and armor here. Alright, back to the old super shoddy. Oh my god, he's still got that much health. 89%. I haven't made a dent in this guy. It's going to take a long time at this rate. Whoa! Okay, I'm getting him down, I'm getting him down. There we go. Okay, thank goodness. You have received the Soul of Belial. Damage increased to 200%. Wow, I'm on fire now. Let's check out this geo area. This looks pretty nice. I like the stained glass windows here. Check that out. Okay. Ooh, BFG. needs half a minute to be used. Looks like we got an intermittent BFG here. To activate Super BFG. PS4, press square. Okay. Xbox, press X. PC, press G. I like how he spells it all out for you. During the Super BFG, gore nests and switches cannot be activated. Super BFG charged. Okay. I really like this geo, the chandeliers here. Very cool. Oh, there's the portal. Take a brief moment to pause. Whoa, error detected in map logic. That's no bueno. Oh, goodness. So I guess pausing after that Baron fight caused some kind of an error. Alright. So, yeah, I got the Super BFG. I had to pause, so there was an error when I paused. Because, yeah, I had to go take care of something real quick. But then, after pausing, it caused a logic error. So, but I'm back where I left off. All I did was I ran through that portal after the throne room. And now it put me into this room here. And I forgot I was supposed to be doing a review, so you have to excuse the fact that I just sort of forgot to press record there for a minute. But anyway, you didn't miss much, just some demons in this room here. Continuing on. Oh, there he is! Oh, there's the Spider Mastermind. Look at him. Oh, nice. Oh, and the hordes of hell. Beautiful. Oh. Interesting. Check out this geo too. Nice. Oh, they just keep respawning. We'll use that. Core nest. Oh yeah. I can't use the can't grab the gore nest when I have the BFG out. Let's go ahead and now, I wonder if these enemies just keep coming forever. Seems like that would be a way to rack up some points if that's the case. real busy. So many demons. This is great. Isn't this great? Look at all these demons. Oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. Oh no, I died. There's my bouncing arm in my head. Oh no. I just got swamped there, man. Take the platform, huh? Oh, I gotta hold out here? Oh. Wait. Oh, yep, I do. Oh, I gotta stay here. Okay, you know what that means? That means it's BFG time. Can't let any of these guys knock me off the platform either. Whoop. Here we go. What's up here? L switch. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm gonna get you. Eat it. Eat it. Just unloading this dude. Alright. Let's switch to... Isn't this great? Nice. Alright, so I probably need to take the next, probably need to take the next area. Here? No? Gore nests. Okay, yeah, okay, I gotta take out the gore nests. Got it, got it, got it. There we go. Oh, I see another gore nest up there. I'm on it. Looks like there should be another spot for me to take. Somewhere. Oh wait, another gore nest. Gotta take the gore nest. Oh, jeez. platform? Which platform? Oh, there we go. Oh, this is gonna be hard though. Now I don't have my BFG. Oof. Yep, I got it. Super BFG charge. You guys are done. Done, son. Going after it. Going after it. Alright, time to just unload into this guy for a couple minutes. Sure takes a while. Yeah. Just standing here. Oop. Damn. Oh, that was good. So, can I just shoot him? What do I do now? Are there more gore nests? There gotta be more gore nests somewhere for me to get. Okay, there we go. There we go. Whoa! Oh, it's right there. Ah! The spider. Oh no. Oh no. I'm in trouble. Dang it. Are those what I think they are? It's like a million Gauss cannons. Nice. I'm gonna shoot you in the butt. See, is my BFG charged up? I can at least recharge my armor up here. Nice place to hang out and be safe. Nice. Oh, there's two more gore nests I see. Oh boy. Let's see if I can get some health back. No? Dang it. Dang, dang, dang. Let's try that again. Once I get my, oh, Super BFG's charged. Nice. I want to try to score some health, though. Come on. There we go. My health's ready. My, thing's ready. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, yeah. One last gore nest. I like this underground cavern design. It's pretty sweet. Come on, one more gore nest. Easy money. Take the platform. Oh, this platform. Okay. We'll plug it in though. Oh boy. Oh, here they come. They're jumping in, man. They're everywhere, man. They're coming out of the dang walls. Game over, man. Game over. Oh, here we go. Nice. Climb the stairs here. Little parkour. That has to be the last one. Unloading to this dude. I have a feeling this is it. He's done now. Face full of minigun. See if I can finish you off with the old BFG. Yeah! I like it. You have the Spider Mastermind destroyed. Indeed I have. Oh, I like how he's all messed up too. That's great. Alright, so that was the Spider Mastermind by Dark Alucard 91. I gotta say, hands down, that was a fantastic map. Really unique and original idea too. I think there have been maps in the past where people have tried to make their own Spider Masterminds, but, you know, they've always been kind of, you know, questionable. This one, I think, was pulled off well. I mean, it was just a beautiful, beautiful model. But you know what? I'm going to get into all that. I'm going to break all that down. First, I want to go ahead and talk about what I liked about the map and follow it up by what I didn't. And then I'll go ahead and wrap it all up with a nice bow. Talking about what I liked, what was my favorite and least favorite, of course. So let's start off with what I liked about the map. First of all, I got to say, the intro was beautiful. I always love it when authors put in like little intro animations or whatever into their maps. I can think of a few that have been pretty funny, but I like this one, how it was just sort of like the camera pans around and then it shows like a room full of coffins and then you just sort of explode out of your sarcophagus. That was pretty badass. I enjoyed that little intro. Definitely cool. Another thing I liked a lot was, you know, I couldn't not mention this. The custom geo is fantastic in this map. This is really some top tier custom geo. and in so, I mean, just every module has a lot going on in it too. You know, it's like a castle theme outside. You're sort of battling your way through a courtyard, and then you get to this big castle, and then you go through the gate, and you know you just battle your way through the castle, and then and then after you defeat the Baron, like behind his throne is like this little portal, and it takes you into this sort of hell, and then it shifts from being a castle to being like this hell atmosphere, and then of course you're in this giant cave with stalagmites, stalactites, those rock formations hanging off the ceiling. And
and the little lava decals. It's so super cool. I really loved the custom geo in this map, and it even looks like it maybe drew some inspiration from some other maps. Notably, the very first thing I noticed with the geo was it had those sort of it reminded me of the first level of Eye of Horus, or the first the first area of Eye of Horus, with the sort of how he did I call them the rock French fries, which is, you do these vertical stacks of blocking volumes to make them look like rocks, and you just do them around in a sort of a perimeter and sort of fence in the module. But to me, it always just sort of looked like a bunch of French fries sticking up. But that's just sort of something. I guess Taylorhead can't put a trademark on it. But that's sort of the first time I've seen it used, and it was used well in this map as well. But just a lot of great custom geo. I mean, the castle. You had the gates, and you had like the vaulted ceilings, and even that first, like I guess I'll call it the mausoleum. You've got the architecture of the building and the fire, and just it all was very well done, very well crafted. You got you even got that little kind of a sewer area with the pipes with blood coming out, and definitely crafted a cool atmosphere. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely a good atmosphere. And then, even later on, you go into sort of this weird netherworld sort of area where you've got these floating platforms with like the warp gates, and you're sort of doing a little bit of parkour going from one end to the other. And one of my favorite ones actually was the one where you're sort of, it kind of reminds me of the Great Wall of China. You're just sort of climbing up this big, this almost like a stairway, and that was super cool. Just the whole thing. There's not enough good things I can say about the geo. The geo was just fantastic, totally top notch. Especially when you get to the Baron fight, when you fight. I want to say Burial is the name of the Baron. You fight him in his little throne room, and that throne room just looks fantastic because you got the vaulted ceilings, the stained glass windows, chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. I mean, all around top notch, totally top notch. Beautiful, beautiful geo all around. Another thing I enjoyed was the boss battles. So there are, I would say, 3 boss battles. First of all, you go to fight, when you first sort of make your way to the castle, you fight this Hell Knight that can teleport around you in circles. And I think his name is Alistair. These names kind of trip me up, but anyway, there's a Hell Knight that you're fighting that sort of, he's doing this sort of teleporting trick where you're in this small little area, which is a beautiful little, you're inside like a tower turret or something, and he's just teleporting all around you, and he'll just come out of his teleport and try to hit you. So you've got to be like super vigilant and trying to dodge his attacks, but he kind of trips you up because you don't even know where he's going to come from. He just shows up and hits you, and then you get to shoot him for like maybe 7 or 8 seconds, and then he's back to teleporting. And that was really cool, and that was actually probably, I want to say, the most effective use of a teleporting demon that I've seen. Now, I've seen people use the demon teleporting gimmick before, and usually it's just kind of an aesthetic thing. Like, it just sort of looks cool to see demons sort of teleporting around. But this is the first time where there's been a boss fight where I think the teleporting aspect of it was really used to great effect. Because for one thing, you're in the right sized, the little, I guess for a lack of a better word, the little arena that you're fighting in that little part of the castle. Because it's such a close quarters area, you really don't have anywhere to hide or get safe. Everywhere you're standing, you're exposed to some kind of an attack. So it really was just used to great effect, the teleporting. I thought that was just really, really awesome. And then of course after you fight him, you move on and you get some other stuff, but then you fight the King Baron, I guess, and he's all red with his fire effect. And it's kind of hilarious, and he walks down from his throne and it's like, I'll deal with this myself. But then he, like, after you whoop his ass the first time, he summons up a horde of his Baron buddies, and it's just a regular barnyard at that point, because you got like a dozen Barons bouncing around like a big old Baron jamboree, and it's just so many Barons. and it seems like it should be unfair, but because I think you have increased speed, and you also have so many weapons, to include a double barrel by that point, not to mention you got the siphon grenades and the armor regeneration, it actually makes it a pretty fair fight. And I thought it was just the perfect amount of challenge, because it is dangerous with that many Barons bouncing around you. But honestly, to me, I just love being in that when you're in that spot where it feels like you should die. But if you're just really talented and you're just really quick, you can, and you're on your glory kills, because that's like kind of the only way you can get out of those situations. When you're totally surrounded with those Barons, you just gotta, blast at the crowd, and one of them, you're just waiting for one of them to take enough damage that you can just sort of bust through the crowd and grab that one dude that's staggered and just take him down, and you're just like enjoying all of those little those few short seconds where you're invulnerable, because you're recharging your armor and your siphon grenade. And that's a cool thing about this map too, is it really becomes a lot about managing your siphon grenade, managing your armor regeneration, and then finally your BFG when it's recharging. And that's a pretty cool aspect of it too, because when it really gets hairy, when you get to the final module with that many demons, it ain't about the weapons you have. It ain't about it's just all, at that point, it's all about managing your vitals, juggling between using your BFG, a siphon grenade, and just trying to sort of keep all these balls in the air as you're just sort of waiting for time, especially when you're in those little pedestals and you got to sort of hold your ground and like sort of be king of the hill for a minute while there's that countdown towards the end there. I really enjoy that. I really enjoy how there's all those mechanics that just sort of come into play that you just have to manage as you're fighting, and it really adds a layer of complexity and fun and challenge to this map that I think if you didn't have all those extra things, it probably would have been kind of a little more on the flat side. But anyway, that was a long random tangent. Back to the thing I liked about the bosses. The bosses were definitely some of the most memorable things about this map. Yeah, definitely. And of course the Spider Mastermind. I'll get to that soon, but just beautiful. The bosses were a lot of fun. Another thing, since I'm on the topic of the game mechanics, I actually like how once you get the BFG, the author just sort of breaks the fourth wall a little bit and just sort of explains to you, like, okay, here's how this mechanic works. Now that's something that I'm generally reluctant to do in a lot of maps, is to just sort of start breaking down mechanics, because it can break the immersion a little bit. But in this case, I think it was really the right thing to do. So it's basically like, you get the BFG, and then the text pops up that says like, okay, here's how the BFG works. There's like a cooldown time. If you're on PS4, you got to press square. It's like press X or whatever, some button if you're on Xbox. And PC, you got to press the Alt key and then backspace and then home and then double tap the tab button. But I'm just joking with that. But like it gives the keystrokes and everything. So typically I try to shy away from that. But when it comes to when you're making a snap map, if you're introducing new mechanics like that, like this author did with this map, where it's like, okay, there's a BFG, it just sort of, you gotta wait for it to recharge and then you can use it. You really do have to sort of stop and explain that to people, because otherwise people just, they don't know what's going on, and that can be kind of hard. So I'm actually glad the author did sort of just stop and spell out like, okay, here's how this mechanic works. Just being very clear about it. Yeah, that's definitely appreciated. I think he also explained how the armor regeneration worked as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, sometimes custom mechanics are cool, but they can also be really confusing. And the last thing you want to do is have players be confused about how things work if they're important. So that was definitely the right call, I think, to just sort of explain all that, just be upfront. So the Spider Mastermind. Yeah, that's Spider Mastermind definitely stole the show with this map by far. The map is called the Spider Mastermind, and it doesn't disappoint with that title, because you do in fact fight the Spider Mastermind. Is the final boss in this map. And I gotta say, very cool final boss fight. So you're in that arena, you're like just in this giant cave, and you got the Spider Mastermind up on the platform, and and you're just sort of, you got to take out the gore nests, and then hold your ground in these little pedestals, and it's like King of the Hill, and you got all these guys descending on you, and then you finally get to take these platforms up to the Spider Mastermind, and then just blast them in the face, and a lot of fun. And I gotta say, as far as the look of the Spider Mastermind, looks great. It looks great. I mean, a lot of people have tried to make Spider Masterminds in other maps, but they all just sort of end up looking kind of shaky. This is by far one of the best looking custom bosses I've seen, and certainly the best looking Spider Mastermind I've ever seen anyone try to make. So I gotta say, when it comes to the props, I gotta give props. Just super hilarious too. He's got all those like gauze cannons hanging down beneath him. I just thought that was really funny. And the I gotta say, the death animation too. Like after you kill the Spider Mastermind, it shows like it shows another. The camera changes and it shows you like the Spider Mastermind all busted up with like his, bleeding with his brains and his guts hanging out, and I thought that was great, because that's also sort of a memorable thing from the original. And you blow him up, and then you just see it, you just his brain fall out basically. And I just thought that was gory and disgusting, but really awesome at the same time. So the death animation on the Spider Mastermind was super cool, and I definitely appreciate those nice little touches like that, where you don't. It would have been a great map even without that, but that's that nice little cherry on top, just to end the map with that cool little death animation. I really appreciate those finer touches, Okay, so all in all, a lot of great things about this map. Fantastic custom geo, boss battles, interesting mechanics, the most badass Spider Mastermind boss you could have asked for, because we all know, Bethesda ain't never going to build you a Spider Mastermind, so you want it done, you got to do it yourself, and Dark Alucard did. So a lot of great things going on, a lot of things I like, but it wouldn't be a review unless I talked about some of the things that I didn't like. And it is challenging with some of these better maps, like these top tier grade A maps. it gets harder and harder. You know, the better people get, the harder and harder it is to find legitimate things that I don't like about them. So sometimes I feel like I'm just like making up stupid stuff to talk about that I didn't like. But nonetheless, there are a few things I could talk about with this map. So the first thing I kind of noticed that took me off guard was when you start out the map, you start with like 6 weapons. And they're all like good weapons with like the like modified versions too. And to me, like that's always kind of just something I don't like doing. Because I mean, it just seems like too easy. Like, okay, I'm just starting out with all the good stuff. I think it would have been better if you were just starting out with maybe a couple of decent weapons or maybe some not so good weapons, and then you just sort of pick up better stuff along the way, because there is a lot of along the way opportunities for you. You know, you start out like in that little mausoleum busting out of your sarcophagus, and then you battle your way through a bunch of courtyards and things to eventually get to the castle. And there's plenty of opportunity, I thought, where the author could have like sprinkled in some weapon pickups and maybe you work your way up to getting all that stuff. So I didn't really agree with the decision to just sort of front load the player with all those goodies. It just seemed like it made the map a little too easy. I definitely breezed through those first modules way too fast, I thought. And a lot of that had to do with starting out with all those good weapons. And yeah, so sort of just talking about that, I guess I would also say that another issue I had was that a lot of the non-boss battles that you have in this map are sort of fall a little bit flat. Not bad, not bad. I mean, there are demons. You do get to shoot them, but outside of some of the boss battles, like a lot of those earlier fights, like through the courtyard, getting your way to the castle, they just go too quick. I mean, I feel like you're clearing those modules, like assuming you're not stopping to like look for secrets that aren't there or like to screw around and try to mountain goat up some geo. Like if you're just fighting your way through these modules, you clear them like in 30 to 40 seconds, and which is super quick. And a lot of these fights, there's just like 10, 11, 12 demons. You shoot them, you move on. And it's just, I just felt like maybe something more could have been done with that, because just blasting those demons as it is, it's kind of forgettable, honestly. Like, I mean, they're cool. That's the thing, is that you're in these cool modules, lots of great custom geo, lots of opportunities to maybe have the environment play some sort of role in the combat, or have, I don't know. I just felt like I would have liked to have had a little bit of gravy with my pork chop, but with these early sort of demon encounters leading up to the castle, there's just not that much going on. You don't have to stop and press any switches really, or find anything, or do anything, or accomplish any objective. You just shoot your demons, move on, shoot, communicate, move on out. I'm just saying it was kind of a bit of a dry pork chop for me. I would have liked a little more gravy, maybe done something to make it more interesting. One suggestion, and this is sort of moving on to another thing I didn't really like too much about the map, is that there were no secrets. At least I gotta say there were no secrets that I found. I always have to put that asterisk, because how do I know, unless I open up the map and like really double check and spend a lot of time looking to see if the author really put secrets in there. I didn't notice any secrets, and I really don't think there were any secrets, because I did do a bit of exploring. There were no secrets, I'm pretty sure. But it would have been great if there were secrets, because that's always fun to like look around for them. And it would have given the player a reason to stay in some of those early modules just a little bit longer, to sort of soak in the geo. Because I mean, hey, these are great looking modules, great looking geo, but you blast through them so quick, I feel like probably a lot of players don't even really get to appreciate it. Plus, it's just like, you're just clearing through this module. But if you would have had secrets, that would have given the player sort of something to do also while they're in these modules. And, you know, especially if some of the secrets were weapons, assuming you started out with a sort of a normal number of weapons, I think it'd be kind of cool to, like, you know, have some of the better weapons just be secrets, and then you have to go find them. And that would have been nice, I think. So, yeah, you know, just some of those, clearing out some of those earlier modules just sort of felt a little bit flat, I think. Could have maybe done something a little more with that. Another thing is when I was fighting the Spider Mastermind, I noticed that it takes an awful lot of ammo to hurt him. Like when you're so like there's like sort of like 3 iterations, I think, of you go through that whole process of where you take out the gore nests, you stand on that little pedestal area, and you know you got to sort of defend yourself from all these guys flying at you, like, and it gets real crazy. And then you finally go up there and you're on that platform and you're just unloading into the Spider Mastermind's face, which, hey, that's everything about that is awesome. Everything about that was great. It just seemed like he had the I don't know how to phrase this. It just seemed like it took too long to sort of complete those sequences where you're just shooting him in the face. Like, I just felt like I was standing there shooting him in the face. I'd burn through like all of my chain gun ammo. I switched to a different weapon, burn through all that ammo, and it's kind of like, man, I'm just sort of like checking my watch, like, oh man, how long am I gonna stand here and, you know, shoot this guy in the face? So I feel like maybe if for me, I think I would have cut the amount of damage it takes to shoot that Mastermind in the face. I would have cut that down to like 20% of where it is. Like, because I mean, after a certain point, you're standing on that platform just unloading into his face. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun, but then after like 10, 15 seconds, it's like, okay, I'm still shooting him in the face. This is getting kind of comical, you know? It's getting kind of silly. So I think I just would have cut down the amount of damage that he could withstand before, you know, that iteration is finished. Just because it gets kind of silly, I think, because it's set a little too high. Another thing, I think this is probably going to be the last thing I took any kind of issue with. So the first boss you fight, the one that the Hell Knight that's sort of teleporting all around. While I love that, I love the way the boss was teleporting around, even though it was a little bit annoying because it's kind of hard to hit him. In some ways, it's just sort of like a poor man's summoner, because he was basically acting like a summoner in a lot of ways. But what I didn't like about that was the second half of that boss encounter, when you get that boss down to like half health, and then this text comes up that says, you know, the darkness is coming to consume you, or something to that effect. That's when that boss encounter goes from challenging and fun to unfair and not fun at all, and just really annoying, because like it gets so dark that you just can't see the boss at all. You can kind of make him out a little bit, but honestly, like I couldn't see nothing, man. And this wasn't just darkness. This was like the atmospheric darkness. This was so damn dark that you didn't even get to see any light from like your muzzle flash with the plasma gun or a chain gun. Because normally, like if you're just in a dark hallway, you at least get like some muzzle flash, or like I call it like the plasma rifle flashlight, where you just, you know, you're somewhere dark and you're just shooting away with your plasma rifle because it generates so much light that you can just sort of see things. But because of the atmospheric dark setting, you didn't even get that light. You got no light at all. And it just got really annoying because he's still, that boss is still teleporting around like it was just as hard as it was before, except now you can't see him. So it goes, I think, from being fun and challenging to being unfun and unfair and really, really frustrating. And also, like, I was getting worried I was just going to run out of ammo. Like, there were a couple times, like, I was getting really low on my ammo, getting kind of concerned. But, yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those things where I get the idea. The idea would be fine if it was maybe sort of executed a little bit differently. Like, for example, if it was just you just had natural lighting and you just cut the lighting somehow and, like, you know, you turn off all the lamps and do whatever it takes to just make it darker, I think that would have still been okay because you'd still have at least the muzzle flash from your weapons. But when you made it atmospheric dark, it just sucked out so much light, and there was nothing you could do. And I think that's kind of where it went wrong. I mean, I like the concept in theory of just it gets dark and it gets harder, but that was definitely too dark and too hard, and not in a good way. So, yeah, I think it just goes to show, like, you know, just because you can do something doesn't mean you should do it. And that's a lesson I have to keep learning for myself over and over again, because, you know, sometimes you think of these cool mechanics that sound good in your head, and it's like, wow, you know, I don't think anyone's ever tried to do this before. And then you come to find out there might have been a reason why not too many people have done that before. I've definitely made that mistake, but yeah, I mean, and honestly, with the atmospheric dark, I've really never seen a snap map that utilized that feature well. Like, sometimes people will try to do that with, like, their horror maps. They'll have, like, they'll be making a horror map, and they'll be thinking, like, oh, you know, horror maps are scary when they're dark, so I'm going to use the darkest possible setting and make it super scary. Well, of course, what ends up happening is it's just too dark, and you're just running into walls and jumping off of platforms, and you can't see anything that's fighting you, and it's just not fun. It doesn't achieve the desired effect when you use that type of darkness, and I kind of wish that they hadn't have even included it in Snapmap, because there just aren't that many situations where taking away the player's ability to see anything is really going to be that good. So, yeah, so anyway, yeah, the darkness with the second half of that boss battle, I thought really sort of fell flat. I think at a minimum, I would have disabled his ability to continue teleporting at that point, just so that it was a little bit more balanced. So, I think that wraps up all the things I didn't like about the map. Honestly, not too much. Mostly just sort of some superficial things. But nonetheless, maybe things worth considering. I'm going to go ahead and get into the things that I liked and I didn't. It's time for some favorite, least favorite. So, my favorite thing about this map, I think hands down, has to be the Spider Mastermind himself. I'm sure a lot of people were really happy to see this custom geo boss, and I'm a big fan of custom geo bosses because, I mean, let's be honest, everybody wants to use either, well, up until this point, everybody had been wanting to use either a Baron or Cyber Mancubus for the final boss, because they're like the strongest demons out of the handful of demons that you get. And it just gets kind of boring when every snap map has a Baron boss. It's just like, okay, Baron boss, all right. And then it kind of makes it so that you don't want to use the Baron up until that point, you know, because you want to save him as the boss. And it's just kind of a bad situation. But one thing you can do is make your own custom boss, which was really awesome in this map. I love the custom boss a lot. The whole package, it wasn't just that there was a cool custom boss. It wasn't just that there was a Spider Mastermind that looked cool and had cool geo and was pretty convincing, honestly. but it was that entire final battle arena. You're just in this big cave, and it's just this nice looking geo, and there's just explosions going on everywhere, and that you have to go through these sequences of pulling out the gore nests and then sort of holding your ground on some pedestal while you've got people jumping on you and trying to knock you out, and people demons shooting at you, and it's just nuts. And the whole time you're just desperately trying to hold out your little your little piece of ground, desperately trying to like hold on for dear life. Meanwhile, you're just trying to juggle like your armor regeneration and your siphon grenades and keeping all your timers together and waiting for that BFG to recharge, and it just becomes a real juggling act trying to like, okay, now I'm going to use my siphon grenade. Okay, now I'm going to hold out. Oh yeah, I've almost got my BFG recharged, and it's like you're just juggling so many balls at the same time that it all just works. It's good. It makes it really challenging, and the challenge, a lot of it has to do with the interesting mechanics that were introduced with like I said, BFG, siphon grenade, armor regeneration. Those things seem unfair at first in the beginning of the map because you just start out the map so overpowered that you just don't need half of the stuff you have. But once you get to that final battle, all those things come into play, and it really does make for some intense action. And of course, the Spider Mastermind, beautiful props, beautiful looking final boss, and just a lot of fun to just get up there and shoot him in the face. And just everything about that final boss encounter was, I think, just pulled off really well. So my least favorite thing, I think obviously I have to say the darkness with the Hell Knight boss. That second half, I really just sort of dreaded every time I played this map, because that's just one part where like it just feels like skill goes out the window and fun goes out the window, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait for this part to be over. This sucks. And like, look, I hate to sound negative, but I'm just being honest with sort of my feelings on it. Is just it just that as soon as it sucks the light out of the room, it just sucks the fun out of the map at that point too. And it's not until you kill him and you get to move on that you're like, all right, I get to go back to having fun on this map, because it just seemed like an unnecessary speed bump for all the reasons I've mentioned. It really would be nice if that part got changed up a little bit. So that's it. That is Spider Mastermind by Dark Alucard 91. Fantastic map. I really enjoyed it. How often do you get to go up against a really cool custom geo Spider Mastermind in a snap map? Don't bother waiting around for Bethesda id to put one in, because that ain't never gonna happen. They won't even fix their freaking bugs and glitches. So thank goodness we still got some fine folk out there willing to make their own custom geo bosses to keep things interesting. This was definitely lived up to its own title. The Spider Mastermind delivers. It definitely delivers. It was a lot of fun. Good times. I definitely recommend you go out and play it. So thanks for watching. If you have a map you'd like to recommend for me to play, go ahead and leave it in the comments below with a map ID. And just as a side note, we're getting into summertime, good weather. That means I'm going to be outside camping. Like, like pretty much more often than not, I'm going to be out of the house when the weather's nice. So unfortunately for y'all, that means it's going to take a little bit more time for me to produce these videos and play your maps, but don't let that stop you from making those recommendations. I'll still just put you on the list, and I'll get to it when I get to it, but I appreciate everybody being a little bit patient. I try to make sure that I don't like to rush myself to get these things out. I like to take my time to really digest the maps and really appreciate everything the author does. and give the quality feedback that I think people really enjoy. So thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.